stress, tension, it's something that we can allow to manifest physically, certainly. We can allow tension and stress to manifest mentally. So what can we do about it? I want to share with you a very simple practice in the tradition of yin yoga to physically let go, to release that tension, and in the process of letting go physically, so you let go mentally. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I'm going to put many more of these more embodied movement practices up. If you want to contribute, click on the link below, buy me a coffee. So stress, tension, what can we do about this? I invite you to, first of all, just to simply sit. Now you can sit cross-legged or legs extended if it helps. Use a cushion to sit on. Because sometimes when we hold on to tension, we don't even realise it. So for these first few opening moments, rest in the palms of your hands to the back of your legs, palms facing uppermost, curling the tips of your index fingers to touch the tips of your thumbs. And then you feel that delicacy in that contact. Feel the weight of your hands as they rest onto your legs. And notice if you can identify with anywhere within your body where you feel you're holding on. So maybe your shoulders. For some people, they hold on to tension in their jaw. So you can give your shoulders a little shrug. You can waggle your jaw from side to side. And then just sitting and just allowing yourself for a moment to simply be. But you become the witness, the observer of all that arises physically, mentally, emotionally. This isn't a time for you to think. It's not a time for you to work things through. This now is your time. Time where you can allow yourself to just simply be. As we sit, as we practice together, now to rest the palms of your hands together, with your hands resting in front of your heart space, in front of your heart centre, and maybe to bow your head towards your hands, symbolically surrendering your head to your heart, yourself to your higher self. And then still palms resting together, open your eyes, if your eyes are closed, and I would like to begin the practice by gently opening. Interlace your fingers, extend your arms forwards, lifting your arms and softening your shoulders back and down, away from your neck. As much as you settle through your sitting bones, feel the fluid support of your spine. If you can reach a little higher, as you breathe in, you breathe into that space between your ribs. As you breathe out, a little over to the right, so you don't need to go too far. We'll return back to this upright position, taking a breath in. Enjoy the feeling, enjoy the release as you move to the left on the breath out. And then it's once more to the upright position, reaching high, breathing in, releasing your hands. Feel the air trailing through your fingers. So your practice is a sensory experience. As I sit now, I know we're still in darkest depths of winter, but I can hear the birds singing outside. It lifts the soul, it brings a joy to my heart. Stretch out your legs if your legs are crossed, and just separating your feet a little, and just give your ankles a bit of a simple circle. There can be a tendency with the physical aspects of the practice that we get lost in the process, so just enjoy moving in a way for the delight of moving. Circle your ankles, massage your knees, because we're going to again find a comfortable seated position. Doesn't need to be anything complicated. So the idea is you're sitting with your head, neck and spine balanced, because we're going to bring our focus to the muscles of our neck. So making sure your shoulders are relaxing back and down. Rest your left hand to your left knee. Make a loose fist with your right arm. And taking your right arm a little over to the right, level your shoulders. Adjust the angle of your chin, feel the length to the back of your neck. And then simply tilting your left ear towards your left shoulder. You subtly adjust the angle of your chin. So you get the optimum feeling running through the right side of your neck. And as you feel your breath, in a way to incorporate your breath, each time you breathe in, you can imagine you breathe in through the right side of your neck. Each time you breathe out, your left ear sinking towards your left shoulder. And then after this next breath out, bringing your head, neck and spine into alignment. Rest your right hand down, make a loose fist with your left hand to level, to relax your shoulders, lengthening a little more as you breathe in, and then your right ear sinking towards your right shoulder as you begin to breathe out. Try not to pick your shoulder up towards your ear, so the emphasis is upon release, upon letting go of tension from your body, releasing tension from your mind. And then returning your head, neck and spine, then back to the central position. Again, as you sit, just give your shoulders a little shrug, palms facing uppermost in an attitude of openness. And we're just going to bring next a simple semicircular movement to your head, to your neck, so your shoulders, level your shoulders relaxed after this next breath in. So leaning your right ear towards your right shoulder, bring your chin towards your chest, your left ear to your left shoulder. On the breath out, chin back towards your chest, your breastbone gently lifting. To inhale, chin towards your chest, left ear to left shoulder. On the exhalation, so not taking your head all the way back, and as much as it can be, a fluid and smooth movement. And then the next time you bring your chin towards your chest, still your collarbones wide, still your breastbone lifting. If you can hold this position, not holding your breath, feel the lengthening through the back of your neck. And then bringing your chin parallel with the floor, bring your gaze to the front, releasing your hands, again to uncross, to release your legs. This time we'll move into an all fours position onto the mat. So find your way into an all fours with your knees positioned underneath your hips. Set your hands a little forwards from your shoulders. Feel the foundation, space between your fingers, space between your thumbs. And with your hands pressing down, your toes tucked under, begin to lift your knees, keeping your knees bent, your knees parallel, and drawing your hips away from your shoulders. In fact, if you can bend your knees a little more, lift your bottom higher, so the emphasis of the posture moves towards your shoulders, towards your upper back, in one of the areas where we can hold on to tension. So as you breathe in to that tension, imagining the tension to dissolve as you breathe out. You release, allowing both heels to slowly sink back. So the feeling more of opening, of expanding into the space around your body. Breathe if you can through your nostrils, and then lightly resting both knees down. As you move off your toes, draw your bottom back towards your heels into prayer posture, Shashankasana. Really, we bow to ourselves, we honour ourselves through the medium of our practice. From prayer posture, now if your ankles, knees allow, you slide your hands back so you're sitting back onto your heels. For some people this isn't right, so if that's the case, you move to an upright kneeling position, so either sitting onto your heels or an upright kneeling position. Again, your head, neck and spine balanced. Bring your fingertips to rest onto your shoulders. Still feeling that lift to your breast. Well, this is one of my favourite movements in the yoga practice. You draw your elbows towards each other. As you breathe in, elbows lifting, elbows out to the side, back and down. On the breath out, so it's towards each other, lifting. To inhale out to the sides, back and down on the breath out. So in your own time, as you explore the movement, without forcing, can you accentuate the movement? Do you enjoy the movement, giving yourself your own personal shoulder massage? I'll make one more circle, moving in this direction. Then to change the direction, so your elbows down, out to the sides, lifting as you breathe in, towards each other and down, on the breath out. Simplicity in itself. Elbows circling, your breath flowing freely. And we'll make one or two more circles to move in this direction. As you lower your elbows, if you're still comfortable, to kneel, resting one hand on top of the other. Give your shoulders a little shrug. Then notice how your shoulders feel. An awareness of how you feel. To release your hands, and as we practiced a little before, just to stretch out really through the back of the legs, hands a little forwards, space between your fingers, space between your thumbs, hands pressing down, your toes tucked under, your knees lifting, and just again pedaling. This time pedaling through the back of your legs, one heel lifting, one heel lowering, still the opening around your shoulders, around your upper chest. Still feeling the weight of your head. Allow the muscles of your neck to relax. Moving up high onto the balls of both feet, and with your hips drawing back, ever so slowly, your heels sinking back, tighten up around your thigh muscles. Making sure both legs are working evenly and not favouring your right leg over the left. To then rest your knees down, moving off your toes. I'm going to take a simple twist from the all fours, taking the twist to the upper thoracic part of our spine. So transferring the weight into your left hand, and just simply slide your right hand, your right arm, underneath your left arm, your right shoulder, maybe the right side of your head resting down. You can then reach your left arm away. Just a suggestion really of lifting up through the left side of your chest, left shoulder, keeping your hips aligning forward. So maybe your left hip needs to move back ever so slightly. Breathe. To then slide or draw your left hand back, first to press into the all fours, taking the twist to the other side. So now your left arm, your left hand sliding underneath your right arm, inviting your left shoulder, the left side of your head to the mat. You can always slide your right arm then away. And this time the feeling of drawing your right hip slightly back to feel the gentle rotation, the twist towards your upper, towards the thoracic part of your spine. We're fairly limited in the rotation of the spine in the upper body, so there's no forcing. Again, the idea is to release, to let go. In this instance, less is definitely more. Then to slide your right hand, your right arm back, we rise back into an all fours. And then from the all fours, now take your knees apart. Bring your big toes in towards each other, and you draw your bottom back. As you draw your bottom back, reach, extend forwards through your arms. Reaching, extending through your arms to breathe in. And then slide or walk your hands towards the left. So you don't need to go too far. Arms extend. You can even rest maybe left hand on top of right. And inviting your right armpit so it sinks towards the mat. So there's an opening, a feeling of creating space around your right shoulder. Breathe. So as we focus upon our breath, so it keeps the posture engaged, it keeps our mind also engaged with the practice. We don't just release tension physically from our bodies. It's that release, that letting go of anything that doesn't serve you right now from your mind. With your knees apart, your bottom back, slide, walk your hands to the forwards position, and then taking your hands, your arms over to the left. Maybe right hand on top of left armpit sinking again towards the mat, still your knees apart, still your bottom back. Breathe. And you're not just internalising your awareness. This isn't a time to think or to work things through. There's a connection with your senses. Listen to the sounds that you hear. I can still hear all the little birds as they sing outside of the Charlotte. I can hear the soft sighing sound of my own breath. And then to slide your hands to the forwards position without forcing. Just see if you can take your knees a little further apart, reach your arms forward, your breastbone sinking towards the mat, and we then either stay with our hands, our arms forwards, or another variation would be to bring the palms of your hands together and then bending your elbows, pointing your fingers back down the length of your spine. So I find this a little more opening, especially around shoulders and shoulder blades. So your knees apart, your bottom back, using the minimal amount of effort that it requires for you to make this shape. To allow your arms to extend forward if your elbows are bending, to then rise back and into an all fours position, returning your knees back underneath your hips. So after kneeling, tucking your toes under, and again, just enjoy the feeling of lifting your knees and opening a little more through the back of your legs. Just feel the weight of your head. There's no tension to the muscles of your neck. Bringing your knees to the mat, slide your toes away, ever so carefully now to lower down, to lie onto your front. So you position your hands by your shoulders, having your elbows tucked in. So we're going to move into Cobra Bhujangasana, but we'll do this gradually and in different stages. So listening to your body, with your hands by your shoulders, without pressing your hands down. First, the feeling of your breastbone beginning to lift, so the muscles in your lower back engage. So again, the emphasis on release, so an awareness of your shoulders. And if you're pressing into your hands, so you do so to accentuate the lift to your breastbone, your elbows tucked in. See if you can relax, see if you can slide your shoulders back and down. And so for the twist, or the optional twist, remembering you can lower down whenever you want to. So your breastbone lifting, your collarbones wide as you breathe in. Can you look towards your left shoulder or over your left shoulder on the breath out? Your breastbone lifting, we'll return back to this forwards position. Inhale, turning, looking to the right upon the exhalation. Breastbone lifting to this frontal position too. Inhale, feel the resistance slowly lowering. And as you breathe out, resting one hand on top of the other. Have your elbows forward from your armpits, side ribs again expanding. And with your head resting down, bend your knees so your toes point up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And just simply sway your lower legs from side to side. And then with your lower legs to the upright position, you rest the top of your feet down. Connect with your abdominal breath to feel your abdomen pressing towards the mat. As you breathe in, to feel the release from your abdomen, to feel the release from your lower back upon each breath out. And then as you release your head from your hands to shoulder or chest level, pressing first back into an all fours, and just make a few simple circles with your hips, with your pelvis. Again, I've never noticed there's a chicken. It's It's not staged to have the door open to the Charlotte because it affects the sound, the acoustics, and I thought all the chickens were right down at the bottom of the garden, but evidently not. Yoga's for everybody. Everybody can join in. 1 or 2 more circles in this position, then change the direction. Listen to your body, let your body guide you. All too often we sort of override the body's natural instincts and we force the shapes, we force the practice upon your body. So just easing your way into the movement. When you bring your hips, your spine back to the centre, take your knees apart, and if you can, tuck your toes under. And then as you draw your hips back, you feel the bend, the flex.